Welcome to House of How To.
I'm Holly.
I'm Julianne.
And it's been a while since we've all been together.
Obviously, we're not
actually all together. Serena's still not here.
Where are you?
Just want to give a little bit of a check-in. We've all had some major life changes in the last couple months, which has stopped us from creating videos, which has made all of us very, very sad.
Alright, so we're drinking wine.
And we have some funeral balls and a couple of sandwiches that we're gonna eat.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk to you quickly first.
Yes, because one of the reasons we're in our how-to video today is since we've had so many changes and so many things we're now juggling that we weren't juggling before, we decided to do a search to say how can we figure out how to prioritize and get all the stuff we want to have done. Because I can tell you, I'm failing. I am not getting all the stuff done that I want to get done.
I thought I was killing all my goals, and then when I went in my notebook, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'm meeting my goals. And Julianne's like, I think I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, and I started talking about all the things that I'm kind of not reading as much as I wanted to, and blah. And she's like, oh, I haven't either. And so we'll be doing so we'll be doing our goal check-in in a few weeks. Just as we mentioned, we're gonna do it quarterly, and we're gonna check in on our goals because if you don't maybe check in and have people be holding you accountable, you may think you're killing it, but you're not really failing.
You're failing.
We're not meeting your full potential.
But we're going to give you some tips and ideas on how you can meet your full potential, organize your life, and get all your things done, as well as prioritize what is most important to you and spend your time on what is most valuable to you. So we're going to get into our sandwiches and we'll get back to you.
We just finished our sandwiches, and over sandwiches, which were okay. They're okay. They're kind of okay. We're talking about how hard life can get sometimes, and I know for me, like we've had my father-in-law passed away this year. We moved already. It's March 12th. We've moved once, and we're moving again in 3 weeks. I've started a new job. It's like I feel like all of a sudden, like I went from being this full-time writer and vlogger, and my life was like the most wonderful it's ever been. I feel like staying all day at home with my dog and hanging out with my sister and my niece and vlogging has like been the best, and then this total change, and it's just life can get really hard. And I know Julianne was just mentioning, like, I don't have small kids, how hard it can be.
Yeah, I was just telling Holly how you think, okay, they're gonna walk and they're gonna feed themselves and they're gonna sleep through the night and it's gonna get so much easier, but then nobody tells you how hard like bigger things get, like tantrums, and they want to assert their independence, and every little thing can seem so draining and exhausting all day long, and then they still don't sleep sometimes, and then you're just like a zombie, like drinking as much coffee as possible just to stay awake, and it gets crazy. It's hard, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to let it hold you back, because there are so many things that I want to accomplish and do, and it's all about finding that balance, that maybe I can't go at a speed as fast as I want to go, but I have to find out what's going to work for my life, because it has to be attainable and it has to be doable, like realistically. So we were just kind of talking about that. Speaking of that, I did write down some things in my notebook.
We have a lot on our minds, and it's hard to remember stuff sometimes.
So that's the first thing. I know with technology, you can put it in your phone, you can make reminders, you can put it in your Google Calendar, but there's nothing like writing it down. Like when I write something down on paper, it solidifies in my brain. And paper calendars, I still use a paper calendar. I have to. You don't?
I don't. I just have so many calendars that are linked. I have my work calendar, my regular calendar, and just all my reminders, and I actually use my Google Calendar for everything.
Yeah, and Google Calendar is cool. I use that too, but there's something I just love tracking, like when I work, when I go to the gym, when Sage's activities, appointments. I like having it on one simple calendar, and I do alerts on my phone too, but something about writing it down just really helps me. Another thing is to take your time. Things will progress in time. I was just telling Holly how I want to do things. I want to be patient.
I am not always very patient.
It's hard. Patience is not a virtue that I have.
Anybody who knows me probably knows this is true. I am not a patient person.
I think it's hereditary.
Yeah, because I want things, like I have goals. I have a lot of goals. I'm a very ambitious individual, and I want it all, and I want it done now. And I feel like for me, having like this new day job that's really a 12-hour day job is stopping me from doing the things I really want to be doing. And I'm like, no, I want to do all this, but I also want a paycheck.
Getting paid is good.
Yeah.
Paying your mortgage, good idea.
It's important.
Yeah. Cool. So one of those things that you need
it's
to do.
It's a how-to tip.
Yeah.
Pay your mortgage. It's important.
Then you'll have a place to live.
Yeah. Homelessness, I hear, sucks.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. So take your time, work in increments. So if you have a big goal, like Holly did of writing her book,
and I'm still working on my next book number 2.
Plan it out. So even if you can only carve out 30 minutes, those 30 minutes are yours to do your specific task. The same thing with taking care of yourself. Sometimes you need to schedule time to go to the gym, to self-care for yourself, because you can't burn yourself out. Then you're not going to be good to do anything, or you're not going to be good to anybody. So you have to take care of yourself.
I told John the other day, true story. I told him, because right now we're living in a 1-bedroom apartment, so we're basically just in each other's faces all the time. And this is the time he's decided to start playing the guitar again. And I literally turned around to him yesterday, and I said, I kept making comments like, oh, in the new house, which we have a lot more space, he'll have his own room, he can do whatever he wants, and he make as much noise as he wants. I said, are you going to play your guitar just in your room? You know, like, is that where it's going to be? Like, so I'm not around, right? And I kept making these type of hints, and he's still just, like, continuing to play his guitar. And I finally said, I turned around and I said, I literally want to stab you in the face right now. Your guitar playing is like nails on a chalkboard, and I want to stab you in the face. And not because I think I'll stab you in the face, because I think you're quicker than that. I don't want to punch you in the face, because then you can block me, and I know you can. It's like, I want to stab you, so at least I cut you a little bit on your arm, so you'll stop playing guitar.
So you'll feel some pain.
So that's where I could probably use some patience, and maybe, you know, so I don't stab my husband in the face.
Yeah. Okay, House of How-To tip number 2. Don't stab your spouse. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. And for me, like, I'm not, you know, as big or strong as my husband. So likely I won't be able to hurt him very much, but chances are I might get hurt and like
self-defense.
Him self-defending himself.
But we can think about it. You can think about hurting your husband, just don't actually do it.
My husband's a very patient person, if you didn't already know that. It's not the first attempt on his life that I've threatened him with.
It happens. We'll have a whole nother video on marriage, because if you're not married, you think we're weird, but if you are married, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So that comes to the next tip, is to be flexible, because life, we can plan out everything. Yeah, not only physically flexible, because that's a good idea too, but as much as we plan our life is going to happen no matter what we plan. So we need to be flexible. Don't get down on yourself if you don't make your goal, or if you don't accomplish exactly what you wanted to accomplish, because you know what, you're just one person. But learn from what you didn't get done, and maybe switch things up. Maybe you're planning too much and it's just not doable. So you have to reprioritize, get rid of something, or just rearrange it. So be flexible. And always move forward, and don't give up. Just because you slip up one day doesn't mean you have to throw the whole thing down the drain. So I think that's really important, because it can get discouraging at times when you're not making progress like you think you should, but it just takes time. You gotta do it. So the last tip, which kind of ties it all together, is relax and recover from everything that you're doing. Okay.
So is there any recommendations on how to do that?
Yes. So my new ritual that I do is every single night I make myself a cup of tea.
What kind of tea?
Chamomile. Or sometimes bedtime sleepy tea from David's Tea is really good. But Sage goes to sleep, Tony goes to sleep, and yeah, I stay up a little later. I could be sleeping and catching up on sleep, but I need that time to myself to be alone and not hear anybody talking or following me or anything like that. So I make my cup of tea, I sit down, I drink it, I maybe watch a YouTube video, I do a facial mask. Even the little things will help you to recuperate from your busy day.
gonna have to think of what I'm gonna do for that because I'm not sure what it is yet. Like for a while before I had to leave for my father-in-law's memorial, I was exercising after work, which that like changes my entire outlook on the world. So maybe now that things are starting to settle a little bit, maybe that'll be but maybe I need to find something else also the days I'm not exercising.
Or make a list. What I did is I made a list of things that make me happy. So drinking tea, doing a face mask, going for a walk, maybe having a treat. You know, it can be simple things, but take the time to have that quiet time for yourself. I know some people will walk every day after dinner, just like a 5-minute walk.
That's a good idea.
It is a good idea. I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds good. But yeah, just
even in the dark would be okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Just around your neighborhood, you know, and just find the little things that make you happy and bring it back to yourself. Journal, reading. I mean, you could watch a movie or watch TV, but I've heard that it's not the best way to unwind in your mind.
It actually turns off your brain.
Probably wrote a book about it.
I didn't publish books, it was a terrible book. But I did do research on the effects of television on the brain, and it actually, your brain is less active while you're watching TV than when you're sleeping.
Oh, wow.
So you're probably better off taking a nap or going to bed early if you really want to unwind your mind.
Okay. Yeah, see, and sometimes, you know, when you get hooked on a show, then you go overboard and then you mess up your schedule.
We're on the second round of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
It's the most funny show I think I've ever seen in my whole life. But it is not good for your language skills or really anything like that. Because it's very, very, very dark humor and they swear a lot. And it's had a bad effect on me in my language. I really have to watch myself.
Oh, really? Are you cussing up a storm?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
yeah, it's fun.
And I like it. Sometimes you just gotta tell it how it is. But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you got some tips from us on how to bring your life together, get your life together, start your project, finish your goals, do what you gotta do.
I'm definitely going to try your tips because, like I said, I've been totally failing at everything I feel like lately.
It's hard.
And I think I'm definitely going to try to put everything in my Google Calendar, including not just my activities and tasks, but my goals, my exercise routines, everything that I actually want to be doing, put it in my calendar. I think that's a great idea. And then not be so hard on myself that I don't get everything done, and maybe be a little bit patient with my goals. And find something that at the end of the day that will relax me and get rid of some of that stress. Not just drinking.
It's only good sometimes.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope this helps improve your life, and we hope you have a great week.
And if you guys have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and stick around for more videos. We would love for you guys to hang out with us in the next one. So we'll see you guys later.
Keep it hot.
Bye.